Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. It's that time of year again, folks. It's time for another AliExpress Top 10 sale video. You know the deal by now. I make 3 of these videos each year. One for the mid-year sale in June, one for the 11/11 Singles Day sale in November, and one for this, the anniversary sale in March. Those are the 3 biggest sales on AliExpress each year, therefore the 3 best times to buy each year. But don't worry, if you're watching this video outside of a big sale period, there's probably a small sale period starting next week or the week after. Now I've got a shocking confession as well today. I haven't bought a watch on AliExpress since I bought that bloody brilliant Baltany, the one I'm wearing today, last November. So I'm going to have a bit of a splurge. I feel it's justified. My cart is full, including another Baltany. Let's see if lightning can indeed strike twice. I will leave links to all 10 watches in the order that I show them in the description of the video. To be clear, I am an AliExpress affiliate. What that means is those links are affiliate links. If you buy something after clicking through, AliExpress pays me a small finder's fee. You don't pay any more for the product. Just so we're clear, thank you very much. So what am I going to buy and what do I think you should be looking at during this sale? Let's find out. Alright, watch number 1, first on the list and first in my cart today is the Pagani Speedy V5 in glorious white and red. Couple of things to note before we go on. The sale hasn't actually started yet. It starts in a day, in a couple of hours time. What Ali allows you to do is put items into your cart, lock in the sale price, come back and pay for them, come back and check out when the sales begin. The sale begins 20th, runs through to 26th of March inclusive. Sometimes you even get bonuses for adding the items to your cart prior. I'm going to get a free NATO with this one. Free NATO included in the price of $66.50. That is a big old saving as well, over $40 over the regular price on this one. I'm calling this the Mission to Alaska Pagani. Kind of a combination of the Mission to Mars Moonswatch and the Project Alaska from a few years back. Great handset on this one, very distinctive, very colourful as well with that red sapphire bezel. What world are we living in, people, when Pagani are dishing out sapphire bezel inserts for $65? The rest of the specs are typical Pagani, all stainless, screw-link bracelet, sapphire crystal covering the dial, and a reliable, accurate Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement. I think this one looks great, hence why I'm buying it. And the second watch on today's list, I've actually bought already. I picked one of these up last week. It is on the way to me. The cheapest watch on the list, under $40 for a MilSpec Diver from the Quimé watches store, Cooper on the dial. This looks like an absolute bargain. Now, MilSpec, you're not getting fantastic specs with this one. It's mineral crystal and it's only a Japanese Miyota quartz movement. It's not an auto, but it's full size at 42. I reckon it's going to wear a bit like a Willard. 300 meters of water resistance, screw down crown, and it looks fantastic. There's various options. You can pick different handsets. You can go for a sandblasted finish. You can also go for a black DLC finish as well. Look, unless this one falls apart when I take it out of the bubble wrap, this has got to be one of the biggest bargains I've ever seen on AliExpress. A no-brainer for $40, surely. Watch number 3 and the first San Martin on the list today. It's their MM300 Looky Likey. Good saving on this one as well, down from nearly $240 to $206.65. Available with or without logo as always. Now it's a big chunky watch and it's a monoblock case. Look at that. Now that means you get better water resistance. This one has 300 meters of water resistance rather than 200 meters, but it does mean if you have a problem with the movement, it's coming out the front because you can't just take the case back off because there is no case back. Just as well, therefore, that this one is powered by a Seiko NH35. Super rugged, super reliable movement, unlikely to give you problems. Now I've looked at this style of watch before by Proxima. Because this one's a San Martin, the finishing is going to be next level. Their watches really are finished better than anything else you can buy for the money. Look at these photos, the hands, the dial, the logo, all look fantastic. The case is finished beautifully. It's going to have a decent bracelet on it as well. It is a chunky thing, 44mm in diameter, nearly 51 lug to lug. It's going to be quite thick as well, but 20mm lugs and female end links of the bracelet are going to help this one wear better with smaller wrists. I'm going to tap up my contact at San Martin. I'll see if I can get one of these to review over the next couple of months. Next watch on the list, next watch in my cart, it's a Flieger by Steeldive, although rather cunningly they have rebranded it as a Steelflier, realising that having the word dive on a Flieger just doesn't work. Not a massive discount on this one, from $89.40 to a very precise $86.42. I still think that's a good deal. Steeldive know how to make a dive watch, I'm sure they know how to make a Flieger as well. Seiko VH31 quartz, now that is the 4-tick quartz, meaning nobody will know it's quartz, including you. 4 ticks per second, it looks like a mechanical, but you can wear it for a couple of days, put it in your box, come back to it in a week, and it will still be set at the right time and ticking away happily. The dial looks good, it's got some good lume, the case is nicely finished, and it's got a big old 10mm pumpkin crown. Perhaps a little bit thick because it does have 200 meters of water resistance, perhaps slightly unnecessarily, but you know it's going to be well made, available either with rubber or leather. But Steeldive, your watches are great, your photos are rubbish. You've just got a guy from your factory, put a white glove on him and made him stick his arm out the window. You can see all the rubbish in your back garden. Sort out your photo, Steeldive, please. Next up, it's a skin diver from undoubtedly one of the most interesting Chinese manufacturers, Merkur. This is from their FOD brand, Flyover Darkness. They normally have this one for pilot's watch, but today it's a skin diver. Looks great in either green dial or black dial, on beads of rice bracelet, or if you want to save a few dollars, there's a fitted end link rubber strap or a leather strap. About $20 off regardless. They don't normally do discounts, Merkur, so it's nice to see them joining the sale party. Now, it is a skin diver, meaning it only has 50 meters of water resistance, very 60s, 70s retro standard therefore. Love the sword hands on this one, the big broad arrow hands, and I love that 70s look. It's a Seagull ST1901 movement, which apparently has been regulated. Dive chronos are like hen's teeth. Again, I'll try and get this one in for review shortly. Next watch in my cart today, it's going to be an expensive sale, is this Borman. Easy to see why it's in my cart. It's gorgeous, very Moser, not a look you see often on AliExpress. Not a massive saving on these, you're paying less than $160 on a leather strap. Does come with a bracelet option, but it's a straight cut end link bracelet. I'm not a massive fan of it. It's a beautiful looking watch though, and it's a Moonphase, again a real rarity, though from what I have read on this watch, from the research I've done, it's not a true Moonphase, that's just a date complication that they have repurposed as a Moonphase, so 31 clicks rather than the 28 required. Sapphire crystal is a given on a watch these days, and it's an interesting movement. It's a Hangzhou movement with an 80-hour power reserve, but retaining a high beat rate of 28,800. 3 colours available, black, brown, or an unique blue. If you fancy unique blue, then go for it. I'll be going for leather strap, either black or brown, haven't quite decided. I'll probably go for brown. Are you looking for an excuse to buy another Steeldive 1970? Well, you might have just found one. One of the best selling watches and the biggest bargains on AliExpress, the SD 1970, has been launched not just in black, green and blue, but also in Tiffany blue, pink, white, orange, red and yellow. There is a bit of a Tiffany tax at work though. The blue and the colours are more expensive than the regular variants. It seems the pink though, you can pick up one of those in the 80s. This is a great watch, stunning specs for the money they're charging for these. Sapphire crystal, Seiko movement, 200 meters of water resistance and a great lume, and now with a far more colourful dial than before. I've got 2 already. Do I really need a third? Let's see how I go over the course of the sale with this one. Offered with bracelet or colour match rubber strap, but the colour match rubber straps don't really seem to match the dial, so I would be optioning the bracelet on this one every time. It's actually a decent bracelet with a milled clasp that they upgraded late last year. Good to see them doing something different, good to see them capitalising on the popularity of this watch. I wish they were a little bit cheaper though, but let's be honest, it's still a bargain. Okay, I warned you about this one in the intro. It's the Baltany chronograph. This was the one I bought last year. Absolutely stunning. On sale for $146.88. I will leave a link for that one as well. I'm going to go for this one this time though. Again, similar price, just under $150. Available in 3 different dial finishes: white, enamel, creamy yellow or retro black. I still haven't quite decided which one I'm going for. Haven't got long to decide though, because it looks like there are less than 10 units of each of these left. So if you are keen, then get in quick. Great set of dimensions, it's a 39 with 46.6 lug to lug. Again, Seiko Mecha Quartz movement. Only 50 meters of water resistance with this one. It's more overtly dressy and less militaristic than the previous one that I bought last year. The pushers aren't screwed down, for example. Great looking watch though. Baltany do their press shots themselves clearly, perhaps not bringing out the best in their watches. The one I got looked much better in hand than in the photos, and if this one looks better in hand than in photos, yeah, it's a gorgeous looking watch. Which colour though? White enamel, creamy yellow, or do I just stay true to form and go for the black and gold? Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Talking of black and gold, the next watch on the list is a retro diver by Thorn. This one being sold by Heimdallr, I assume therefore it's part of the same umbrella brand. Heimdallr make pretty solid watches. $133.50 for a fully spec 200 meter diver with a Seiko movement, plenty of lume, nice bezel insert, female end links, well finished case. That's got to be a bit of a deal. Two versions on this one, Snowflake one overtly Tudorish, this one with the 369 on the dial and the Mercedes hands, looking far more like a vintage Rolex. That's the one I'll be going for. I think it looks gorgeous. Rivet style bracelet as well, female end links as mentioned. This one is going to wear very sweetly. Sapphire crystal, C3 Superluminova, coin edge bezel and a big unguarded crown. I really like the printing on the dial. I think the Thorn logo and script really suits this era, really suits the overall look of the watch. And last but by no means least, it's the second San Martin and the second Flieger on today's list. This one's slightly smaller at 38.5mm. This perhaps for those with slightly smaller wrists or who prefer slightly smaller watches. Again, you're getting about $20 off this one, so more than 10% saving during the sale. If you want to save a few more dollars, go for it on the leather strap, colour match leather strap, or if you've got the budget, go for it on the bracelet. San Martin bracelets are fantastic. This one powered by the Epson YN55. If you're not familiar with that movement, it is a Orient movement. It's the same movement that powers the Orient Komatsu dive watch. Again, great to see San Martin, like Steeldive, experimenting with a bit more colour here. There's cream, there's a burgundy, there's green, or you can go for the retro black. Fabulously legible, whichever version you go for, and again, San Martin finishing is second to none at this price point. And this style of watch makes an interesting alternative daily wear piece. Very, very legible, big dial because they don't have a bezel. A nice change stylistically from a Gada watch, and something different from the everyday dive style piece. Again, I'll be trying to get one of these in from San Martin for review shortly. So there you have it. Anything you fancy from that lot? Clearly I am going to have a few packages, quite a few packages incoming for the next few weeks. The Pagani looks like a lot of fun for not much money, and it will be really interesting to see if all Baltanys are as good as the one on my wrist. You can of course expect to see full reviews on the channel in the future. And remember, you don't have to spend a fortune if you don't want to get a great watch on your wrist. Thanks for watching this video. Happy shopping. I hope to see you all again in the future.